I had a viewer ask a question regarding how I attach another plug-in here or attach another recording microphone into the XLR ports when they're not XLR mics. This little device, which is an adapter, it's a 1/4 inch to 1/8 adapter, and I'll put a link in the description below for the one that I got, which you can get 4 of these for like $6.30, but I'll put the link below for that. And essentially all you do is you plug that in, you plug in any of your cords here, like I've got the double cord for stereo. It's fine. It's only going to use a single signal anyway, and it's going to be mono. And I'll put it over on this side so you can see. The nice thing about the H6 is that you can use other plugs instead of the XLR, like that. If I wanted to, I could also use the head here. So these are replaceable heads where I can add on different types of microphones. It's actually nice that it's modular like that. So if I needed to, I could also attach the plug directly into that, and it would cancel out these two and use whatever's attached here. But the question was, if I'm wanting to use this port, how can I do that? And what this does, this allows me to still record from all the other sources onto a card. And I'm going to put in the Rode mic, because this is easy to troubleshoot and whatnot. So we're going to put in this. I'm going to turn that on. And then I'll turn this on as well. There we go. So we'll get that readout, so you can see that it's being read out to that screen, or you may be able to see that it's being read out to that screen. And since we're on 3 here, I'm going to go and turn on 3. And that should allow me to turn this up, and you'll see that the waveform, or the bar here, rises according to, right now it's pretty high. So, but as I start talking, you can see that it is now using that input. And I'll record just a little bit. So, testing 1, 2, 3, check, check, check. And this is working number 3, and we're hitting around there. What are we looking at? Probably 10, 12, something on that. And can't quite see it from here, but you might be able to see it there. So that's one way to actually do that and do it very well. That allows you to hook up several. I had at one point hooked up more than one Rode. The location that I was in at the time that I had done that had a lot of concrete walls and so forth, and what it did do was there was just a little bit of feedback, just a little bit of a hum between two that were really close together. So it's not always something that you want to do in that case. But I have had this hooked up to where I've had Rode mic on one end, I've had a lav mic hooked up on the other, and then I've had a phantom powered shotgun mic, NTG 3 or 4, hooked up to that, all at the same time, recording all to separate channels. And that's the nice thing about this, is you can have somebody simply monitoring and making sure that all the levels are proper. And you can have more than one setup like this. And this little addition, which is just that adapter there, which again, I'll put the link below, really solves a lot of problems. So it allows you to use a lot of assets that you may not have thought of using before, because you saw the XLR inputs and figured, well, maybe I can't put anything in there. Anyway, that was just a short little explanation. I hope that helps you. And if you have any other questions, please put them in the comments below, and I will do a video to help answer them. Thank you. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. One little caveat with that is, or one little point of awareness anyway, with that is because I was testing it out earlier this morning, and it's like, why isn't this working? It should be working. When you push this in, you meet some resistance about here. Make sure that you push it in all the way. That's really rather important because you'll get, if it's like this, where it's just barely hanging out, you'll get kind of a little readout on your on the actual bar display here, and you'll think maybe there's something wrong with this and whatnot. But then I fortunately just caught a quick glance of that and saw that it just wasn't pushed in all the way. It's a nice hold, so it's not going to be pulled out really easily, and that's just one little tip you might want to make sure. Plug everything in and make sure there's good connections all the way. If there's anything wrong, just make sure you test with a different cable too. That's just basic troubleshooting. Okay, thank you.